1. No one really uses vintage card catalogs anymore, but that doesn't mean they don't serve a purpose. That purpose is a lot more fun than you think. Don't know where to put your wine? Look studious and professional with a card catalog that actually holds your wine for when you are in need of a little drink after a long day. 2. Keep everything neat and organized. We've heard of a junk drawer, but what about a junk cabinet? If there's a cabinet in your kitchen that's not being utilized, use it as a junk cabinet. It's the perfect place for items that don't quite fit anywhere else, but that you don't want on top of your kitchen counters. 3. Don't have all of your papers lying around. This causes mess and you'll end up misplacing valuable papers. That is why you should designate a box to toss mail in when you get it so you can revisit it later, but it's not tossed on the table or shoved in your purse. Anything that you need, but you don't know where to put it, there's a box for it. 4. Depending on how large your house is, you want to make the most out of every area that you can. That includes the nook underneath your staircase. Rather than keeping it bare and useless, utilize it as a nap nook. You can include a bed or a couch, along with shelves, to create a small space that is perfect for simply relaxing in. 5. When you go to the supermarket, you go to the milk section and you reach to the back because you know they put the milk cartons that will expire soon up front. That kind of mentality and strategy is something that you should implement in your own home. You should organize your pantry every week. Whatever is closer to expiring, put up front. Those with a little longer shelf life should be pushed to the back. This way you don't waste food by letting it go bad. 6. In general, we tend to toss our dishes just anywhere in the cabinet. We try to make sure that there is rhyme and reason when we initially put dishes in, but they usually go to the wayside eventually. By installing shelves, you have an opportunity to organize the dishes in your kitchen. As another tidbit, you should color coordinate your dishes. 7. Going back to the refrigerator, we have another way for you to organize your fridge. By buying stackable storage containers, you can make sure you can put more in your fridge, but not have it look messy. By keeping everything in storage containers, you can store more and keep certain food items contained to certain stacks. It's best to get clear containers so you can see everything at a glance. 8. You don't want to have a disorganized kitchen drawer. You don't want to open up the drawer and not find what you need. You also don't want certain tools getting bent or dull from being thrown in altogether. This is why you will want a kitchen divider for your kitchen drawers. Everything is nice and organized, so it's easy for you to reach in and find whatever you need. 9. Just like having dividers in your kitchen drawers, the same item applies for your dresser. You don't want to bundle your socks, underwear, and bras in one drawer. By putting a divider in the drawers, you can separate everything from each other. Don't keep your laundry wrinkled when you keep everything organized. You also make it where everything is easier to grab, which is why it pays to install a divider in your dresser drawers. 10. This may seem like an out-of-the-box kind of idea, but it actually is more practical than you think. By having a locker in your garage, or even a playroom for your children, you can store different items in this unit. Everything is compact, and you can label each cubby so you know what is in before you even open one of the doors. 11. Throughout the week, you observe things that you need in the kitchen. When it comes time to go grocery shopping, you then forget. Instead of forgetting, put a blackboard inside of the cabinet door so that you can write what you need throughout the week. This is a great way to organize your thoughts and to better organize your cabinets with what you need. 12. Your linen closet can sometimes be a mess. You toss towels in, and then before you know it, everything's a mess. Install shelves in a linen closet to keep everything organized. Fold your towels and other items, and designate a shelf for each item. This way, when you go to reach for what you need, it's all right there in front of you. 13. If your under the sink space has one flat surface for you to put items on, install stackable storage bins so you can include more things under your sink. You will be able to store everything that you need by putting these storage bins in your sink's under cabinet. 14. Let's say you have a few kids in the house. Items in your bathroom can get confused if there isn't any order to it. By color coordinating everything, you will make everything easier. This means one child gets a purple toothbrush, one has a green, etc. You can apply this to hand towels and other items so everyone knows what's theirs in the bathroom. 15. For those who wear makeup, we know that makeup can get messy if we don't try our best to organize everything. You don't want to keep your makeup around the kitchen sink, nor do you want to put everything in a bag. This makes everything disorganized and can be damaging to your makeup. You spend a lot of money on makeup, so you want to get it all organized. 16. For your crafts, put everything in a box. You never know when you need a ribbon. Most of the time, we only use items like ribbon for Christmas or birthday gifts. Where do you place these items when you don't need them? Designate a box for such items like ribbons so they are stored neatly for whenever you need them. 17. Believe it or not, everyone has a bookshelf. Most people, though, have books. So where do you put these books? On top of a table? On a coffee table? You should have a bookshelf so you can neatly store your books. You can also keep DVDs and vases. It's a good organization technique, as well as something to showcase in your home. 18. Has it ever happened where you wake up, you go to get ready, but you can't find anything to wear? You also see that you're running out of time and need to get out of the house. Avoid confusion and disorganization by hanging outfits together. Plan out what you are going to wear for the week. This way, in the mornings, all you have to do is pluck a hanger out and have an entire outfit ready. 19. Purses shouldn't be on the floor. Not only is that a way to dirty your purse, but it's also in the way. Buy a hanger that is made for hanging purses. You can make sure that all of the money you've spent on your purses don't go to waste by hanging them up. 20. Don't throw your shoes at the bottom of your closet. This is a way for your shoes to get lost and damaged. Shoe cubbies are a good way to organize each pair of shoes so that they are out of display and are kept in better condition. 21. Having magazines and newspapers thrown around doesn't look great. You may want them though, because there's a story you're interested in or a cooking recipe you want to use. Instead of keeping the magazine or newspaper, cut out what you actually want to keep. There's no need to keep an entire magazine if you just want 1 or 2 pages out of it. Store these clippings in a scrapbook. 22. Your garage's primary function is to store your car. Many people, though, use it for storage, which means that you have to keep your car outside, where it can fall victim to the weather. Hang some of your items so you can actually park your car. If you have bicycles, install hooks to hang them from the ceiling to make room. 23. Kids and pets like to toy around with cords. This can be extremely dangerous. To avoid anyone getting hurt, store these cords by putting them in a wooden organizer. It will not only help to keep the little ones safe, but will also minimize the mess that is a bunch of cables everywhere. 24. This is out-of-the-box thinking, but when you have kids, you have to be creative. How do you teach kids to be organized? Play a game with each other. Put hula hoops on the ground and tell your children that they need to put all of their toys in the hula hoop. This will teach them to put everything in one place neatly. 25. As you can see, it's been suggested numerous times in this article that you should have a box for certain items. Children have supplies that are needed for assignments from school. Keep all of your children's pens, erasers, and scissors in a box so that they're there for the homework your kids need to do. 26. Anyone who has kids can tell you that you need to get used to your children's toys tossed all over the place. This doesn't need to be the case. When your child isn't playing, their toys can be stored in a lidded ottoman. You can have a container for toys and a nice-looking piece of furniture. 27. Lastly, let's talk about receipts. While many places are opting for digital receipts, some places still give out paper receipts. Some that you should save for tax reasons. Where do you store all of these receipts? Use Shoebox's app so you don't lose anything. Once uploaded, you can categorize receipts and easily find them on the searchable server.